It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see this team's rocket-on quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. The action is only moments away on Monday Night Prime Time.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
2nd down and 6 now. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And that is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. On 1st first down. They'll go to the ground attack. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
2nd and 4. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The visitors' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been doing it through the air and on the ground to start the season, currently leading the NFL in rushing yards by a quarterback here in the month of September. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Right back to him on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He completes it to Stewart.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Over the middle, complete. That's Lewis. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Complete to Stewart, right side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second down and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Russell. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they bring out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rodriguez. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report.
It's been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Back to throw now on first down. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Hands it off out of the gun. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And able to get this out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. On play action, they'll throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 72 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down inside the 30. They'll look to throw here on first down. His throw incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here's 1st and goal.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Now back to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by a field goal, 1:09 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. He's back to throw. That is caught by Stewart. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Oh, man, that could wind up being the key play of the ball game right there. Defensively here, you know they've got no timeouts. You've got to keep them away from the sidelines. Here, not only do they get the big yardage, but they get out of bounds as well.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for our visitors,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team,